I'm really excited to be the head coach here at Bridgewater College. A lot of coaches get into this profession and you can be in it a very long time and never get the opportunity to be a head coach and lead your own program and do all those things that are associated with being a head coach. And so for that opportunity, the age I'm at right now in my life, I'm very, very grateful and really can't wait to get started. What I found during the search process is Bridgewater is a unique, special place with a lot of great people. I think that is what appealed to me the most about Bridgewater is the community, the family atmosphere here. Obviously, you're dealing with a beautiful region of the state of Virginia and a really picturesque campus, great facilities, a lot of recently renovated facilities. So when you combine that physical landscape with the community feel and the type of passionate, supporting people that you have here at Bridgewater, it makes for a really appealing place to work as the head men's basketball coach. I've had a lot of experience within the ODAC, competing against ODAC teams from my time at Christopher Newport and obviously last year at Randolph-Macon. I think what strikes at you immediately is just how competitive the league is. It's not a top-heavy league. 1 through 12 on any given night, you're going to face a battle in league play. And you're facing coaches who are really good at what they do. They have their teams coached up and prepared. You're dealing with a lot of very good players. You're in a real great recruiting geographic area, a lot of good players in Virginia and the surrounding states. So every night in the ODAC, you're facing a well-coached, talented team. And so you have to be ready to compete and bring your best shot night in and night out to have success in the league. The main things to step forward as a program are to just raise the bar, raise the level of everything that you do. But primarily, we have to get better as individual players and get better as a team on the court in terms of our skill and player development. We have to embrace a culture that has good habits, competition, and commitment and dedication and working hard so that we can continue to improve ourselves every day. So we're going to measure ourselves and how much we can progress and improve every day on the court in terms of our development as individual players and off the court in terms of doing the things that you need to do to be successful in the classroom and just overall as a person. You really have to hit the ground running. I think some of the first things you have to do primarily is get to know the returning players, get to know your players, what makes them tick, how to motivate them from a cultural standpoint, what they've done in the past and what you think they need to improve upon moving forward in terms of their habits and values, and on the court, what they need to work on in the off-season here, which is a critical part of any kind of player development, team development, just what they need to work on in terms of their strengths and weaknesses. So you really have to have a really in-depth knowledge of your returning players, and since you're starting out fresh, that will require a lot of time and effort. I think beyond that, you have to start looking forward to recruiting. Recruiting never stops at this level, so you have to be out there and continuing to build connections and identifying new players that can fit into the Bridgewater men's basketball program and the college, and getting after them to keep the program running for years to come. So I think recruiting, player development, getting to know your players, and just overall building a culture that works according to your vision. You all have vision as head coaches, so from day one you have to be consistent in your message and consistent in the things that you do that build those habits and values and beliefs that's going to sustain your program. You're laying the foundation right now, so looking forward to getting started with all of that. When you take over a program as a head coach, you have both short-term goals and long-term goals, and I think they go hand in hand with each other. In the short term, our goal is to get better every day, to compete within ourselves, on the court and off the court, to improve ourselves as players, as citizens on this campus and in the classroom, to always be improving, always be getting better at developing habits that allow you to be successful. Long term, you want to see gradual progress in the men's basketball program, not just in terms of wins and losses, but also in terms of just your overall improvement as a team and your winning culture that you're trying to build. I think for us, long term, we want to see ourselves as a team that's consistently competing at the top of the ODAC for conference championships and being able to play in Salem for the ability to win conference championships and go to the NCAA tournament. So obviously that's a huge goal and what we're striving for day in and day out with our approach. Beyond that, we're trying to make sure all of our guys graduate in 4 years and graduate as very successful leaders on this campus, and so that they can go out and be extremely successful out in the world. So off the court and on the court, we're trying to get to a point where we're consistently successful each and every day here at Bridgewater men's basketball.